Good morning, beautiful people. We're waking up at the nest this morning. I'm just making some coffee and waking up. It's about 8 o'clock. It's overcast today, and it has been a whirlwind week. All good things, but nonstop. So today I'm looking forward to doing some house cleaning, and in a little bit I'll get dressed and I'll share with you guys. I have a little bit of a garage sale haul, and I do have a Birchbox, so we'll check out if that's vegan or not. And I have no idea about lunch. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee, so I'll see you in a little bit. And I told you guys how much I love listening to Wayne Dyer. I keep this playing in the background. I like to start the morning this way, and it just makes you feel good. So I highly recommend him.
In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may follow his very
Okay, guys, here's our day. Like I said, little overcast, super humid. It was raining on and off yesterday. Looks like it'll do the same today. My morning glories on the right-hand side there are loving it. As you can see, they're starting to climb the pole there. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just kind of recovering from the week, and I'll show you. I'm going to just put away some of the, try not to make you dizzy first. Put away some of the things I've had out from the Gypsy and Witch video, which Monday, literally from 6:30 in the morning until 10:30, almost 11 o'clock at night, I was nonstop filming. But I'm really excited for it this month, you guys. I think you're going to love it, and I wish I could show you now, but I can't. But there's, lots of stuff out there, and it's not too bad in here. I just have to vacuum. I can't stand the clutter. It's not that I like to clean, it's that I don't like the clutter. So, yeah, I'm still working on some coffee. Not quite dressed yet. More stuff to put away down there. I have a box there that's full of stuff that we got at the garage sale. And what else do I have? There's that Birchbox. I'm waiting for my Goddess Provision box. I don't know where it is. It's been paid for. And I'm thinking that with the holiday earlier in the month, it may have gotten lost along the way. So I will be hopeful. Watch it be in the mailbox today. And I also have some stuff here that I just kind of throw in to show you guys. You can't really see. It's so dark. Tom got me a couple presents. He's so good. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're going to have a mellow day. I think I'm even going to just do leftovers for lunch. I'm going to try to grab my grandson later, see if he wants to spend the night for the next couple days. Nick's up. We'll take advantage of boy bonding time. And, yeah, still running the essential oil diffuser all the time. No joke, I use it all the time. And I'm still burning Palo Santo wood all the time. And I'm still drinking coffee all the time. So, yeah, that's that. Let me clean up here. What else did I want to show you? Remember the avocado pit? Look at this. It has, the pit has split. And I've never had one do this quite like this. Wow. Cali, really? Can they see? Yeah. So I'm gonna, you can see the little root in there, you know? I can anyway. But I'm gonna let this go a few more days, and if we don't get any visible root action, I may try again. I think I might have been a little overzealous with one of the toothpicks, but we'll see. Has that ever happened to you guys? I've grown these a few times, and that's never happened. There are our favorite scallions. Yeah, my friend Mackie and I took a ride again to the garden over in Kerhonkson, and everything's growing wonderfully there. And I'll take you guys back in a few weeks or so, and we'll do some harvesting. It looks great, and John is tending the plot well, thankfully. And it was good to see Mark and my old cat Schmeck. And I had some wonderful Mexican food with my friend Marion. So that was fun. And why am I just giving you a tour again? Because I don't want to just stand here and stare. Did I mention our pool's not opening this year? Wah, 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 wah. But it's been raining every day, so I haven't been able to swim anyway. And the air plants are all doing fabulously. Hang on. Hello, hummingbird feeder. Yeah, air plants. Just throwing them in some water for a few hours weekly, and they are thriving. So I gave a couple away. I have 3 left. Anyway, what did I say I'm doing? Yeah, cleaning up. I'm not going to show you me vacuuming and all that stuff. You don't need to see that. Hello. Start your day in a kaleidoscopic way. I wanted to share this really quick. Last week when my grandson was here, he went outside and he likes to collect leaves and stones for me. So he brought this in, and this is a dried rhododendron leaf, but he said, "Look, Grandma, it's a phoenix feather." So this will forever be a phoenix feather, and I love it. And another thing that happened, my best friend Donathan came over last week with her son Lincoln Hawk, and he's 3, and he took one of my quartz crystals and put it on top of my big crystal ball. And I just thought that was amazing, and I love him. Kids are great. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It's been sitting there ever since. Good full moon energy this week, you guys. Didn't take long at all, probably a half an hour. Another advantage to living in a tiny space. Doesn't take long to clean up. I did not mop the floors, however. That can wait till after the grandson visit. So, yeah, let me get myself dressed here and we'll do a little show and tell. How about that? Hi, guys. So, yeah, I'm sitting on the floor in front of the sliding glass doors to take advantage of what little light we have going on. Looks like big storm coming. And hi, I miss you guys, you know. It has been really a busy week. Whoosh. Feeling that full moon energy for sure this week. I think the last time we spoke, I told you we were going out to hear some live music. That didn't happen. Tom got home late, and by the time we finished dinner, so hopefully we'll get out to see a few more of those shows. They are weekly for a while till the end of the summer, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking down at my day planner just to keep track of what's going on. And then, hello, the biggest event that happened this week, I shared with you that my birth sister, Sue, got married. And, it was a wonderful ceremony at their house. Sorry. And Tom was there with me and just intimate family. And it was funny. There was at one point, a woman walked in and I was like, wait a minute, I know you. And she looked at me. We used to work together. Shout out to Amy. And I actually saw her again this week. So 2 times this week. I saw her when Mackie and I went to lunch for Mexican food yesterday. I walked in and there she was again. So there's a reason for that. So hi, Amy. It was great to see you. And so happy and congratulations to my sister and Rob and the whole family. It's always good when you can gather for good occasions, happy occasions, instead of sad ones. So that was really a lot of fun. And what else? Oh, I think I mentioned to you that I had met this woman named Jane. I met her out when I went to see my friends Bob and Jeff play music one night, and she came to the brew when they played. I've mentioned her before. Anyway, Jane and I got together for lunch this weekend, and she's a woman who I told you was involved in knitting the trees in Hurleyville. So she's super cool. We had a wonderful lunch. And after that, she took me around. Now, I've been in this area for the last 25 years. So I'm familiar geographically with a lot of places. But this town in particular, and shout out again to Hurleyville, is really developing in a great way. And it's exciting. And I haven't been around to really check things out. So she took me to the Hurleyville Arts Center, which is right on Main Street. And I ripped the bottom of the, come on, focus, there you go. Yeah, so anyway, we went in there, and I knew the guy who was behind the desk there, because I've seen him all over Facebook, and I was like, you're famous on Facebook. And it was just one of those, when you're meant to be in the spot with the right people at the right time. And thank you, Jane, for showing me around town. It was great. And then after we went here, I was like, ooh, how do you go about getting your stuff shown at a gallery, which I've never even conceived of doing, you guys. I mean, honestly, for those of you who know, I've only been doing art, if you want to call it that, for like the last few years, seriously. So to dream that big, I guess you should dream that big, right? But I don't know, do I want my things in a gallery? Anyway, it just opened up all these ideas and possibilities, and especially I was feeling kind of unmotivated. So I think you have to go out and find your motivation sometimes. So it was perfect timing. And then, speaking of the knitting, there was this place across the street, and I'm going to shout these guys out. Fiber on Main. Can you see that? There we go. And they, I walk in, right outside was a spinning wheel and all these looms that are set up, and really great energy about the place, and these really cool creative women. And I was like, oh my God, and I can knit and purl and crochet, and you guys know I love needlework and things like that, but I've never made anything like knitted or crocheted beyond a scarf or a circular thing. I can't read it. I have not yet learned to read a pattern or anything. So Jane told me that she'll be teaching a knitting workshop coming up in the fall, so I'll definitely be checking that out. And then Fiber on Main also had all these workshops going on. So it's amazing how fast the summers go. But they had sewing machine workshop, upcycled fibers, beginning weaving, embroidery, shishiko, macrame, kitchen dyes, all these cool things. And I'm not in a position right now where I can afford to attend a lot of these. Are not free workshops, but I'm sure they're reasonably priced. I haven't done a lot of research, but I am intrigued, and I'm definitely going to be going to some of these. And speaking of workshops, my sister Sunshine, Miss Patty Greco, will be hosting a workshop at the Funky Hippie Chic Boutique this Sunday. And check her out on her webpage and her Facebook page for specifics. And that is for a silk scarf tie-dyeing workshop with a woman, and please forgive me, I forget her name. And I am going, if I'm not on grandma duty on Sunday, I will be going to that as well. So I asked Patty for a tentative reservation. So that was just so much fun. And Jane's an artist. I told you that too. She showed me a painting she did, which, it's hard not to get intimidated around really magical people. And intimidated's the wrong word. I get humbled. I'm like, oh, there is some massive talent out there. You guys are massively talented, and I'm so blessed to be surrounded by so many cool, creative people, And Jane actually needed a picture framed, and my neighbor Peggy, who I love and adore, happens to do that. And so I was able to hook them up too. And again, the web and the weaving, and it's just trying to juggle everything is where I strive to be better in my life. But so blessed. It's this summertime, soon enough winter will be here and things slow down, and so I'm just riding it. I'm going with it. I'm saying yes to opportunities. I'm doing things, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. So I hope you guys are feeling really good too. And then at the end of it, on Sunday, on the full moon, Tom, Nick, and I went and did some garage sailing. And before, I think, is that all I have to tell you? Yeah, because I already told you that I went to the garden, and I already told you that I did the Gypsy and Witch project, which my original idea was so far from where we wound up, but I'll talk about that next week. Let me show you really quickly excuse me, I'm going to take a sip. This is a new flavor. I don't know if I shared this with you. This is LaCroix Pineapple Strawberry, and I think Tom got this because they were out of what we normally get, which is like the lemon lime or something, and it's amazing. So sometimes I love when that happens, right? Excuse me. I just have two things to show you. I talked about pinion wood last week. I talked about our love of incense. Well, Tom hooked it up again and got me this package, so I have enough pinion wood now to last for a long time, and I've been burning it almost daily. And this is cool because it actually comes with a little incense burner, which I'll show you. It's this little clay. And thank you for the comments and the feedback from you guys who love pinion also. Pinion meaning pine, right? Natural wood incense. Love it, love it, love it. And also, my sweetie bear, because he knows I'm getting old, and I complain, this one-legged girl has to take care of her remaining foot. And I've noticed that as much as I love to be barefoot, and, for years I wore clogs and my Birkenstocks and things like that, well, I think the time has come when I need a little bit of help, just a little bit. And so Tom uses these, and he recommended them, and he got me some. So obviously I only use the right foot. So if you guys know any right-legged amputees who could use a left orthotic, I have an extra one. And then, without further ado, let me show you guys what I got at the garage sale. Oh, one other thing. Do you guys know, are you familiar with this magazine? I've gotten this for years and years, and I used to buy from them all the time. They're a little bit pricey with their clothes, but honestly, I've had some of their shirts and dresses for going on 20 years now. So if you're careful with them, it's a lot of hand washing. But I love the Pyramid collection. So check them out if you have not. Man, I ain't got no focus. Anyway, yeah, shout out to them. And I know, you guys know, this whole box came from a yard sale. I keep my KonMari Spark Joy philosophy in mind and trust you. Trust me. Trust you too. I do trust you. I let go of things all the time. I'm constantly giving things away. I donate clothing. I just did this past weekend. So you see me bringing things in, but know that I am still consciously making sure that it's things that spark joy. And enough talking, Cali. All of this stuff sparked joy, and I had to have it, and maybe someday I'll let it go again, but that day is not here yet. Yeah, best part of going to garage sales for me, besides the stuff, is meeting cool people. And we met really cool people, and this first place I'm going to talk about, the woman's name was Annie, and shout out to Annie and her family. She was amazing and really good energy, and had some, look, you guys know, if you've seen my magical book tour or my bookshelf tours, you know what a sucker I am for these large, really cool interactive books. And I have Wizardology and Dragonology, and I gave Tom the Wand Maker's Handbook, and I have all kinds of these larger books, and I did not have Piratology. And I thought it was funny because last weekend, I keep talking about my grandson. Honestly, you guys, I want to tell you, my daughter and my grandkids are supposedly moving this weekend down to North Carolina to be with my other daughter and grandchildren. And I think I've been in denial for a while about it because I don't even want to let my heart go there yet. I know it's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing for everyone involved. But the reality of not having them around, I'm not letting that sink in yet. So anyway, that's why I'm grabbing every minute that I can. And so I'm going to get him tonight. We're going to go out to dinner, everybody, and try to spend, they're supposedly leaving on Sunday. So I'll keep you posted, but I'm going to be a little... Anyway, my pirate. We were pirates last week. I told you we went to the waterfall, and I posted a picture of him with his pirate bandana on, and I got this book, and it was only $3, and these books are like $30, you know, something. The price tag's not on the back of this, but I know I've paid good money for similar books. So got that. Shout out to Annie again. This all came from Annie and her family. A random, this was not full at all. I just saw the paintbrushes, and I can always use, she probably charged $1 for this or something. Always on the lookout for art supplies, craft supplies. These are cheap brushes, but I don't care. I use them all the time, and I especially love little liner brushes and things like that. So I don't know how much these were. We kind of put everything in the box, and then Tom paid for it. Baby, what'd you pay? It was definitely under $20, and with whatever Tom and Nick got, which I can't really remember. I know they got computer monitors, and Tom got some cool little brass box, like made in India, and some woven boxes. I don't know what else. What else, baby? I think Nick got a light. Also from Annie, she had a few books that were parodies of other books, which I think is great. And this one is Barry Trotter and the Shameless Parody. So obviously, this is a spoof on Harry Potter. And I've never seen this before. It says utterly unauthorized and totally exploitative. So I'm looking to, it says, ahem, this book has not been authorized or endorsed by J.K. Rowling or the publishers of the Harry Potter books. And then it says, thank you, now buy this book. I'm looking forward to this. It looks really cute. I haven't done any reading this week at all. I'm still working on Dreamer's Life from Lurica, and I talked about her last week. Sent me that in Happy Mail. She's an amazing woman. And my Kindle book, another J.K. Rowling book, not that this is J.K. Rowling. Haven't done any reading this week at all. So, but speaking of parody books, Tom got a book there. We had gotten, you know the book The Giving Tree, Shel Silverstein, which makes me cry. It's a children's book. And if you haven't ever read The Giving Tree, you need to. But so Tom has a copy of The Giving Tree, and then there was a parody book. I think it's called The Taking Tree. Am I right? And it's a total opposite, like sarcastic response to the first one, and it made me laugh. So he's got that. Maybe I'll show that to you one day. But that day's not today. Also, a random piece of fabric. And this is like a table runner. It's really texturized. And I will totally see myself using this in some project somewhere, even though it's not really my color. I like it. It feels good too. It's really substantial. And it's got really nice nubby texture. It's like that. I don't know. It's like that, this stuff. I can't describe it. Also, okay, these are from Annie. And I normally, these are yoga pants. And they were like $2, I think. And this is merino wool. Now, you guys know I'm vegan, but I do go, you know, I'm a realist. But what sold me on these is the fact that the company is Smart Wool. And Smart Wool are totally eco-conscious, love their sheep, do good things for the planet, and I was sold. So these are high quality, you know, legging, yoga pants, whatever. And these are perfect, like in the wintertime. I'll wear my dresses all year round and just wear layers, you know. So to have something like this, just basics to go underneath stuff or to sleep in or hang around the house in, you know. So I was happy about that. And also, might as well stick with Annie while I can remember. See, I haven't cleaned any of this stuff or touched it since I got it. So check these guys out. You know, whoa, I cannot resist. I can't resist these kinds of things, you guys. Mini apothecary jars. Are you kidding? What? They're glass. They're quality. I think she said she got them from IKEA. There's 5 of them, and I love them. You know, they rest on this little, you know. I know I have a problem, all right? Bottles, jars, bowls, books, we know. But how could you resist? This one has toothpicks in it. That's kind of gross. Not that anyone used them, but yeah, they're dirty. They need to be cleaned. But there's 5 of them. Again, probably for like $1 or $2. And I have no idea how much these next things cost. Oh, this was free. This was in a free pile. Speaking of basics, and it's just a white cami and Taylor. Not that I am a label girl, but I do know quality and it lasts forever. So again, these kinds of things are wonderful layered under sheer tops, things like that. So can't go wrong. I think that was free. And then this, which I haven't even unwound yet, and it's like a bracelet, but I'm going to use it for something else. You know I will. But look at this, and it's got these little, I'm a spiral freak, but doesn't that look like a bracelet? Yeah, I'm going to deconstruct it, but for the rest of the video, I'll wear it as a bracelet. It's just all cool beads. And look at those little metal ones. Love it. And it's so great. I told you, Tom, Nick, and I are so in tune with what each other likes that we're like, oh, hey, you know. Speaking of which, Nick came over and was like, what about these, Carol? They call me Carol. That's my given name. For those of you who don't know, my given name is Carol Lee. And my close friends call me Cali. So, but my family calls me Carol Lee, Carol, or Kelly. Yeah, we've been down this road. Check these out. Metal butterflies. For some reason, I just thought of Iron Maiden in Agata Davida. I don't know. Iron Butterfly. Not Iron Maiden. In Agata Davida. Iron Butterfly. Yes. See, short-term memory loss is starting to go. The Annie said that these were on lights, but I thought if you look at this, this looks like there was like a stick, you know? And you could use these like plant sticks. I could put them in my plants. I could wear them in my hair. I could dangle them from something. You'll see these again. You know you will. And also from Annie, I love this. And I was like, oh my goodness. And now it's all stretched out, but these are beads. And talk about texture for polymer clay. They're all metal hearts. Each one's a little different. Love, love, love. So again, I will be deconstructing this, you guys. I won't be wearing this as a bracelet, although it's beautiful. But hi, if I were to buy, and they're quality charms. If I were to buy these in the store, like a package of these, I don't know, what would they cost? You tell me. Not this cheap. I love yard sales. I love thrift stores. I love it. And last but not least from Sweet Annie, and not that I needed this, but you can't go wrong. This is, oh, actually, you know what? It still has a price tag on it too. Maybe I will, this is an Ohm incense burner. Okay, just your standard skinny flat incense burner. Brand new, apparently. Maybe I'll put this in the giveaway bag. And I wanted to ask you guys about that. And my bag is getting bigger. And at 5,000 subscribers, we're going to have a giveaway. Would you care, like if I got cool stuff from the auction that I wanted to pass along to you, would you care if I included that in the giveaway, things like that? Obviously they would be nice things and clean, but I don't know if some people get skeeved out by used items. Let me know, like if I were to include something like this, would that be okay with you guys? I will be cleaning and cleansing everything, but I've thought of that before. I told you I'm going to pass along some Birchbox items, so let me know how you feel about that. So, got that. That was it from Annie, along with a lot of laughter and fun, and she was wonderful. And then the first place we had gone to, as we were driving into the road, there was a kid with a sign, like, waving us down. It was like, garage sale, and all he needed was a lemonade stand, honestly. But because of his efforts, we did pull down, and it was mostly toys and things. And if I had my grandson with me, he would have went crazy, but we didn't. But while I was there, I just picked up, speaking of my grandson, and apparently I can't stop speaking, I just got him a t-shirt because we're still Pokemon fans over here and got to catch them all. I'm still playing. Sometimes I don't play, but when he comes, we still play. That was probably 50 cents, and at the same place, I got my granddaughter Cammie like a sundress. And I had gotten her one. This is a little long, but she might like it long like that. And, these things, they can wear them forever, and then they can wear them as a shirt. But it's a good cotton dress. I thought it was cute. She really liked the last one we got because it twirled. She's a twirler. So, yeah, is that it? No, that's that for them. And then we went to one other place. It was like an older woman. Very, very neat and organized. Like she literally had her garage open and everything was on pegboards and just immaculate and wonderful. It was quite a ritzy neighborhood, or, ritzy to my standards. But everyone was so nice, including this lady. So I got there this really cool little metal box, little stash box. And I have something similar to this. So I couldn't resist. The little tchotchke was probably like a quarter. And then the best part, and this was under $1 too. She might have charged me 50 cents. This says it was made in Denmark. And it's a little mini mortar and pestle. She's like, oh, you could use it for your garlic in the kitchen. It's like, mm-hmm. Oh, yes. So, isn't that great? What do you think? Not a bad haul at all, right? Totally happy with everything. I'm really excited, and I'm glad to show you guys because now I can clean everything and put it away. It's been sitting on my floor for a week. While I have you here, captive audience, I don't know how long I've been yammering away. Let's see. Yes, I do. 25 minutes. Oh my goodness. Look, let's open the Birchbox and then I'll go off camera and look this stuff up. Thank you, universe, for my Birchbox. I do not pay for this. It arrives in my mailbox each month. I only use the vegan items. I will pass along the items that are not vegan I offer them to my children, and then I've started putting them in the giveaway bag if you guys want them. All I did was slit this box. Let's open her up. And thank you, Birchbox. Why? I can't. I just can't handle the glare. All right, let me stay over here. All right, here we go. This month's Birchbox, we're adding extra punch to my summer routine. I'm just gonna make it glare, aren't I? I'm like, if I get closer, or go like that. Okay. Sundresses and flip-flops, a pop of color on lips and cheeks during the dog days of summer. All it takes are these ultra easy 1 and 2 and done combos. Hang on a second. Let's see if that helps. It helps. And da-da-da-da-da-da. And then we have a list of products, and I will read them as we go along. Here we go. I haven't peeked. I don't know. I don't look at anybody else's stuff. First thing I'm picking up is a blush serum. Never seen this before. I'm going to read about it. It's Butanique Beauty Blush Serum in Sunrise. Full size is $16. This lightweight water-based blush gives your cheeks a healthy flush while nourishing your skin with apricot seed and vitamin E oil. I've never heard of this company, Butanique, but it sounds like they have wonderful ingredients, and we will check it out. The next item, well, I'm almost 100% positive that MAC Cosmetics are not vegan. MAC Cosmetics In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara, full size, $23. Want lashes that are as dimensional as you are? Then swipe on this clump-free carbon black mascara that lengthens, conditions, and defines every lash. Again, I'll check again, but one can only hope that these companies will finally get on board. Let's see, what do we got? Oribe Matte Waves Texture Lotion. You would think I would remember which companies are vegan and which aren't. I don't. Full size, $42. Yeah, right. I don't think so. Get a pricey undone texture with this lightweight lotion that leaves a matte finish. Apply to damp strands and let air dry for nourished beachy waves without any salty dry out. We'll see. I don't tend to use things like that at all. If I put anything in my hair, it's coconut oil. This is Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream. What? It's made out of clouds? Aren't clouds made out of water? Let's see. Water Drench, full size, $52. Take your complexion to cloud 9 with this concentrated cream made up of 30% hyaluronic acid. The oil-free formula also boosts ceramides and elderberry to fight signs of aging. Lord knows we could all use that. Last in the box, Marcel 3-in-1 Micellar Gel Eye Makeup Remover. Again, coconut oil works great for removing your eye makeup, but let's see. 3-in-1, full size, $16. This multifunctional formula works to gently remove all makeup, even waterproof mascara, while soothing skin and reducing puffiness around the eyes. Alright guys, that's it for the box. And let me check this stuff out. I'll get back to you on what's vegan and what's not. And then for lunch, I'm just going to heat up leftovers, and I have such a motley assortment. I have leftover vegan taco in a corn tortilla from yesterday, Mexican food. I have Chinese-style string beans from Sunday's garage sale. And I have some vegan meatballs and spaghetti with just chopped up tomatoes and garlic from last night's dinner. So I'm probably going to heat up some of the above. But I'll come back first and let you know what's vegan, and then we'll talk about lunch. And then that's probably going to be it for today's vlog. Isn't that enough? Haven't you had enough? Love me some Stone. Okay, here's the verdict. Non-vegan, vegan. So the Aribe texture lotion and the eye makeup remover. And then the MAC, the Butanique, and the Peter Thomas Roth are all not. So these will be going in the giveaway bundle, okay? Let's heat up some leftovers. I heated everything up. I realize this is a total multicultural lunch we got going on here. Random collection of leftovers. My favorite food since I was a little kid, spaghetti and meatballs. These are obviously vegan meatballs, and these are my favorite. Now, I haven't tried to make my own with like seitan or texture vegetable protein or anything, so I'm willing to give that a shot. I haven't tried, but these are so good. Actually, is that true? Maybe I did try. I don't know. I don't remember. Tell me if you remember. These are amazing. Spaghetti and meatballs with just fresh tomatoes and some fennel, little salt and pepper, and using our Go Veggie vegan cheese, Parmesan cheese on top, which is great. So I'll take a bite with you guys. Yum. I'm going to be totally full for dinner. Mmm. 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 Oh yeah. How can you go wrong? And a lot of people don't realize that most pastas and breads are vegan just by nature. Unless they're egg pastas or egg bread, you will have, you know, good luck finding some. Okay, our next option, this was from yesterday's lunch at Gabby's Cafe in Ellenville, New York, which is a Mexican place. I told you I went with Marion, who I call Mackie. She's my other Brit, my British friend from across the pond. And this is just it's falling apart now. I heated it up in my cast iron skillet. I added fresh cilantro just now, as well as, you know, my favorite tofutti, better than, oh, I grabbed the cream cheese to show you. I used the sour cream. Sour cream. And so good. It's just corn tortillas. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. It's portobello mushrooms, eggplant, peppers, red and green peppers, radish, onion, garlic. They might have put some squash in there too. You guys, so good. They have amazing burritos there too. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. And then, just because I don't want to waste anything, after garage sailing, Tom, Nick, and I went out for Chinese food, and we usually get like tofu and rice, which we did, which I ate. And these are just string beans, and I just added extra sesame seeds to them. Mmm. I could eat a pound of these. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm never going to eat all this food. I get full so quickly. Honestly. You know how your stomach tells your brain that you're full? Like after 10 minutes or something? I think mine happens after one bite. And I always want more because it tastes so good, but I get too full. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to continue here. I'm going back to my pasta. This is all amazing. What would you want to eat? You know you can come over for lunch anytime. I love you guys so much. If I don't tell you enough, I want you to know just really how very much I appreciate you all being here. Everyone who's been here from the beginning, everyone who's continuing to come in, welcome new subbies. Love and hugs to all of you guys. I'm sending you a lot of love and light this week. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know in the comments below. Check out my links below in the description box. You never know what you'll find down there. Peace, love, ear tugs. I'm going to be doing ear tugs left and right for the grandkids. And it's all good. Thank God for Skype, right? I know I'm not alone. I know a lot of us grandparents are not close to our grandkids. Physically close, I mean. You know, back in the day, you lived on the farm with Grandma and Grandpa and Aunt Sally and Uncle Bill. And there was a lot to be said for that. But anyway, I am very thankful, very blessed, grateful for all of you. Peace and love. I'll see you at midnight from the 14th into the 15th. It's ready to go right now. I could show you the video right now. It's all scheduled. But Gypsy and the Witch, be there. And don't forget to check out my Gypsy sister, Miss Rita, when you're done. Really excited for this month's stuff. And I'm really excited to see what you guys are creating. So let me know. I love you. Have some lunch. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.